welcome. I'm just gonna give everybody a few minutes to tune in. For some of you, this is the very first time you're seeing my face live on either my YouTube channel, either on my Facebook, or my LinkedIn, or my Twitter page. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Muhammad Abdurrahman. I've actually studied holistic approach to health, supplements, nutrition, and life coaching, and also I'm a finance student. I was born and raised in Africa, and came to the UK 2016. And ever since I've been in London, UK, became a family man. Just had a son, about two months ago with my amazing wife and life partner. And I just wanted to hop on live because for the last few months I've actually been studying a specific topic within the supplements, within the nutrition industry, within the medical space, which is the cell. Okay, the cell. What's the cell made of? Because you guys know that your life is your cell, right? It's the root of your life, and the healthier your cells are, the healthier you are as a person, and the unhealthy your cells, the unhealthy you are. You become what you eat. Have you heard of the saying that you become what you eat? And it's the truth that a lot of people don't really live by. A lot of people, they don't know what the content, the topic that we're going to be talking about today is what is silent chronic inflammation. And guys, I'm telling you, the more I study this information, the more frustrated that I'm becoming, and the more angry I get in the pharmaceutical space and in the industry. But then, a businessman, I get it. What's the reason? What's the reason that they do these things, which is in their best interest and not in the best interest of the general public? And the reality of the matter is that the NHS, pharmaceutical companies, they're all business entities. They're there to make money. They're not there to for say not satisfy the general public's needs, but instead their goal is if someone's sick, we prescribe them something, and as a business, we want to keep customer retention and keep them on medicine and products for as long as we want. That's the intention. That's the interest of these medical professionals and private entities, right? Now, just yesterday, I met a lady, fairly young, and a mother of four kids, and she told me, hey, I've been having a lot of anxiety recently. I've been having a lot of thoughts. I've been dwelling on my thoughts, fogginess, mood swings, joint issues, muscle pain, tiredness, lack of appetite, lack of sleep, and no matter what time she slept of the night, she would wake up at 6 a.m. on the dot. Even if it's after 1 or 2 hours of sleep, and all these issues. I asked her, hey, listen, have you ever been tested? And she said, let me show you my blood test result that she had done last week. Now, I know about blood testing, and the reason I actually disagree with the whole GP system, medical professionals, is because they don't end up testing the root of the problem. They don't want to test the root of your cell, which is your you know if they need to start testing not your plasma of your blood, but instead they because that doesn't give enough information. For example, the results show that, oh, your chronic inflammation is slightly raised. Slightly how raised? How much? Now, the topic of today is silent chronic inflammation, and I wish medical professionals and the GPs and those that actually are there to treat people, I wish they tested the red blood cell. Okay, the red blood cells when they do your checks. And it's so crazy that you can actually get this done privately by just having a DBS, dry blood spot test, and through a prick of your finger, just like the HbA1c, the sugar test, the diabetes test works, and you can actually find out enough information, ladies and gentlemen. But they don't actually do these things. Instead, they test your plasma and then they tell you, oh, your chronic inflammation is slightly raised. They don't tell you how raised or how high because they don't know themselves. So I recommend this lady. I said, listen, auntie, she's a mother of four kids, definitely around same age as my mother. I'm 22 years old, and I told her you need to get your cells tested, and you need to through your DBS dry blood spot test. And I told her you need to do this, and you need to pay for it ASAP. There's a big Norwegian company called Virus Analytics. And they, for about 159 pounds, you can get this tested. I told her, go get yourself tested and find out where you are, because when it comes to our cells, the cell membrane, the core of the cell is made in a way where it should be soft and flexible, which means nutrients should be able to get in very slowly, and waste products should come out, very, very pretty quick, right? But instead, cell membranes of the majority of general public became hard and rigid. I'm literally sitting in Chaiwala today, and pretty hot, pretty hot. But I just wanted to share this, guys, because I wish this was shared with a lot of people that are not well. Anybody with tiredness, fogginess, lack of clarity, joint issues, muscle pain. Anybody that struggles with lack of sleep, lack of appetite. All these things, ladies and gentlemen, they're not normal. We normalize the unnormal stuff. We normalize things that shouldn't actually be normal. Does that make sense? Okay. So I told this lady, you need to get yourself tested, and the reason is because there's an essential fatty acid called your omega 6 and omega 3s. Now, just simplest way of understanding this, ladies and gentlemen, is your omega 6s are your inflammatory, okay, essential fatty acids. Without them, you will die, and your body doesn't produce them. Three simple things. Without them, you will die. Your body doesn't produce them, and they are inflammatory. Okay. And by the way, just a scientific fact: if you have high omega 6, okay, it's very bad for you. And I'm going to come to that in a minute. But if you don't have any omega 6s, guess what? You could have a paper cut and die through just bleeding. So you need for your cell protection, and for it to be able to recover quickly, you need, enough omega 6s. But the problem is, let's talk about what is omega 3s. Omega 3s are essential fatty acids. Your body doesn't produce them. Okay, without them you would die, and they are anti-inflammatory. So the inflammatory one is omega 6, and the anti-inflammatory is your omega 3s. And you need to have these, ladies and gentlemen, essential fatty acids in balance. Now, the moment they become out of balance, hey, listen, above 3 to 1 is out of balance. Make a professional around the world, they agree on, if you have 1 to 1, one omega 3 to one omega 6, you're good, you're right, it's fine. 2 to 1, two omega 6s, one omega 3 is a bit danger. 3 to 1 is still okay, but the moment you go above that, that's my son is getting crying with, next to he's being held by his mother. But the moment you get above that, it's a danger zone. It's very bad for you. And I told this auntie, you need to get yourself tested. And I said, it's so sad that GPs and medical profession, they say to you, hey, your chronic inflammation is slightly raised. Slightly raised? How raised? How high? These are questions that we need to be asking. And guys, I don't know about you, but I want to know enough information about my health, because this is the body. But the biggest house you will ever live in, ladies and gentlemen, is your body. So might as well start looking to it, might as well start taking care of it, right? And I was speaking to her and I said, your blood test, your ESR results show that your chronic inflammation is slightly raised. How high? She doesn't know. So I told her to get tested. And the reason, ladies and gentlemen, is you need to get tested as soon as possible to find out where you are. A healthy cell, Google it. Google this. What is silent chronic inflammation? What is silent chronic inflammation? One of the privileges and one of the opportunities that I had and that I still have is the opportunity to educate, the opportunity to have people understand their health, understand their lifestyle choices, understand that we don't get enough nutrients from the food that we're eating, understand that you need to have supplements that supplement a well-balanced diet. You cannot just say, I'm just going to rely on supplements. And the big thing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to speak about this today. I just want to hop on here for 10 minutes. But the big thing about the supplement industry is it's a one-size-fits-all tablet. Whether you're 18 years old and you want to take this tablet, guess what? The 8-year-old is also taking one tablet today of the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, isn't it common sense that an 18-year-old and an 8-year-old should not be taking the same tablet in similar dosage? Does it not make sense that the lifestyle and the body of the 18-year-old is completely different to the 80-year-old? Isn't it logic and common sense that weight plays a big role when it comes to supplements? They don't. Not only that, what part of the world you're from also plays a big role in this. But it's so sad that the supplement industry is one size fits all. I'm so grateful that I actually partnered up with Zinzino. It's a global wellness and a health supplements company that has what is called test-based nutrition. They're not guessing things; they're actually testing things. So far, has tested over 1,300,000 people, and find out 97% of people are out of balance. Ladies and gentlemen, don't take my words for it. Not today, but another day, I'm going to actually share on live and share my screen what my results was. I did the balance test. I did the omega 6 to 3 ratio test, and I was out of balance. I'm not going to say how out of balance, but I was out of balance. And I have a friend of mine who actually was out of balance, and he would also share his results. He was actually nearly, double out of balance than me. But we should have a healthy self. Why? Because we go to gym, for early workout, play football and look after ourselves and avoid a lot of the junk. But we were shocked, ladies and gentlemen, that is the reality. So please, if you know anybody that can benefit from this, if you have any, mother, father, uncle, aunt, niece, nephew, anyone that you see is tired, is on medication, is experiencing a lot of fogginess, lack of appetite, lack of sleep, skin issues, headaches, migraines, all these different things. Forget this one size fits all. Forget the medicine. The medicine is there to keep you forever. Instead, you want to get yourselves tested. Please do people the favor and let them get tested. I just wanted to hop on it for about 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and just share a little bit of insight. God bless you all. Take care, everybody.